Hi everyone. Today we are presenting you in front of you our web application called Cura. Cura is a Latin word for care. What we try to solve through this web application is to reduce boredom of patients waiting in the waiting room in the ER department. It has two aspects to it. It has a useful aspect and it has an entertainment aspect. Let's talk about the useful aspect first. It has two portals called Nurse and the Patient portal. Let's first log into the Nurse portal. When a patient enters an emergency department, what happens first is he sees a nurse, and the nurse takes down important credentials like his name, his illness, and then assigns him a triage level. Let's add a new patient. So we've got a new patient here called Jack. His wait time is 30 minutes, which means the doctor will be there to see him in another 30 minutes. Let's add another patient. We've got two patients now, Justin and Jack. Now, we can also assign tasks to each of the patients based on what we want them to do before the doctor comes to see them. Say we want them to get a CT scan done. Now let's move on to the patient's portal. So this is our patient's portal. It is a patient portal for Justin. His wait time is 225 minutes. That's a long time. Triage level 1. His injury does not seem to be very severe. If you look on the left-hand corner, you see three tabs. One is the entertainment, one is the food nearby, and the daily updates. Entertainments provide you with some movies and songs to listen. Food nearby opens up a map which can give you food locations nearby, or like places to stay overnight if you have a person accompanying you to the ER department. And then there's daily updates. It keeps you updated with the latest news. If we scroll down, we see there are some videos. These are just some educational content that you can watch while you wait. If you scroll down further, we have a section called the medical fun facts. You can read through the facts. They're really good. Now, coming to the most interesting and my personal favorite is if you look on the right hand side corner, you see a human or bot game. Now, what is this game exactly? While you're waiting, we've designed this game is when you play the game, you have a partner on the other hand, but you do not know if it's a bot or it's a person sitting right beside you. You are going to talk to him, you're going to chat with him, and then come to a decision that is it a bot or a human. Let's try playing this game. Okay. Looks fishy, huh? So I think you've got the idea of how this game works. Now let's move on to something more important. If you look at the top right corner, you could see this red button. This is an emergency button. Say if a patient's condition deteriorates suddenly while waiting in the waiting room, he can click this button. Let's click this button. It undergoes a 5 seconds timer. Let's cancel it. Why is the 5 seconds timer? We do not want the patient to by mistakenly clicking the button. Let's click it again. What happens if the timer goes off? The emergency services have been notified that there has been an emergency in the waiting room. So I think you can all see how useful this web application is in case a person needs to wait in the emergency department. And it also keeps record of what the patient needs to do, the tasks he needs to finish, and in how much time the doctor is going to see him. And if there's an emergency, he can be contacted as soon as possible while waiting in the waiting room. That's exactly what our patient portal looks like. Let's go back to our nurse portal. Once a patient has been diagnosed and all his tasks have been completed, we can delete the patient's records. And that's how simple it is for people to use it who are working in the hospital, and how useful it is. And we are going to go ahead with this web application, integrating more useful stuff into it, maybe like recording vitals of the patients, telling them what's going to happen, like will they be admitted to the hospital, will they be discharged. We could add those details as well in the coming up days, and we can have some more entertainment stuff added into the web application. That's what Cura is. Thank you so much.